thought I needed. Thought I needed. So I thought I needed.
All right. Sorry, guys. Damn my mic on. Sorry about that, guys. Mic's not on. So I have, again, well, you didn't hear what I said, but I was pretty tired already. So it's been a long couple of days, not a lot of sleep. And I forgot to turn my mic on before doing that. Just want to I try not to have the mic hot. We have some issues with our software where for some reason if this particular mic is on before I go live, it's hot and you can hear what I'm saying, like before we're going, and I'm usually chit-chatting with other people, so I try to keep that out. Anyway, so sorry went a little bit of a while there without any audio, but there were a lot of storms yesterday. Let me just kind of roll this back a second. I won't go over the other stuff. Basically, we had a lot of storms yesterday, over 100 hail reports. And the big thing, the reason why I didn't go live at all for live continuing coverage, especially up in Illinois, was mainly for the fact that it was so spread out. It was all across Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, even to Michigan and Indiana, and even parts of Colorado, that really kind of stretched our resources kind of thin. We are all, myself, Heather, and Frank, were all mapping quite a bit of storms yesterday, so it would have set us back a ton if I had stopped mapping for a while to do some live coverage. And it wasn't until storms hit Rockford and then this storm up here that they hit anybody of real consequence. So we kind of had to bite the bullet on that one to do any live coverage. Hopefully the next event we will go live. We'll have everyone here. Derek's going to Chicago actually today, and that kind of set our resources back a little bit. That's basically what I said when I had the mic off. So we're going to jump right into saying we had a 4-star map that we made yesterday. You can get it now on the website. You were able to get it last night as well. Rockford, Antioch, I believe it's called, Illinois, Janesville, Wisconsin. This is all the storms that happened in Illinois and in Wisconsin yesterday, all in one map, one 4-star map. Up to baseball-sized hail fell. Over 170,000 homes were impacted. Here's a few pictures from the area. I think most of these were from the Rockford area. These are both, I think this was from Rockford. I think this is from like Cherry Village, Illinois. And this one's from Janesville, Wisconsin. Very high volume with this one. Lots of reports of very wind-driven hail on that particular storm, the one that went through Wisconsin and to northern Illinois. Wind-driven up to baseball-size hail. And then up to baseball-size hail as well in Rockford as well. So even though probably the biggest hail fell in Oklahoma yesterday, the best hail fell in Illinois along that warm front. So, all right, moving forward here. Here's our forecast for today. We have a much smaller area than what we were showing yesterday. And if you live in Oklahoma, if you live in Texas, especially in the Dallas area, the Oklahoma City area, you probably woke up to some thunder, lightning, lots of rain. Well, unfortunately, that killed the risk all the way up into Kansas, into Missouri, into Iowa today. There were, again, lots of warning rain that just kind of really overturned the atmosphere and stabilized things in Oklahoma City and in Dallas. So no risk there. The risk is confined specifically just to southern Iowa, into northern Missouri, the Kansas City area, over by Davenport, and then possibly even a couple storms over by Chicago as well. So it's going to be later on this afternoon, after about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and up to, I have over here, up to golf ball size hail is possible. With any of the strongest storms, I think it's going to be more likely smaller hail, closer to maybe ping pong ball, but up to golf ball possible in here. Best chances are probably going to be Kansas City and in the Davenport areas, with about 15%. Again, I know it's not what we were talking about yesterday, but sometimes we were saying lots of uncertainty going today as it was, and it really came down to what happened last night. And honestly, what happened was just this morning, another line of storms formed and just kind of popped up at like 3 in the morning, and that washed out our risk. So I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. Seeing any sort of comments you guys have? All right, yeah. Sorry about not having the mic on. All right, let's move forward to tomorrow. Again, smaller risk for tomorrow. Probably only up to ping pong ball size hail over a wide swath of central and southern Texas. There'll be some storms probably in the afternoon. Again, up to ping pong ball size hail, but places like San Antonio, Austin, Waco, College Station, possibly as far east as Lufkin, and all the way to what I would call Mexico, Texas, over by Eagle Pass, right along the Rio Grande. This whole area could see some storms tomorrow, and that's really about it. Going into next week is going to be pretty quiet this weekend, and then quiet Monday and Tuesday, and then we're looking at maybe next Wednesday, and then into the following weekend we'll see some more storms, more activity moving in. But we're going to have a pretty solid few days there where it's going to be pretty quiet, and not going to lie, if you're watching from the Dallas area, the risk for Tuesday, Wednesday time frame might be well to your north. So again, you might have to kind of start sweating a little bit, getting a little nervous, because you're going to have probably another week of almost no activity. So don't want to be the bearer of bad news. Do you see anything for Indiana in the near future? That is a good question. Probably sometime next week. I honestly have not looked too deeply into next week yet, mainly because all of our focus obviously has been on the ongoing events and going through this whole week. All our focus kind of went in on that. And tomorrow I'll probably go a lot more in detail about going into next week. I actually have more time to look into that. Again, a lot of stuff going on in the office this morning, and yeah, I've noticed I'm pretty tired. So we're meteorologists here. We're all kind of running a little bit less sleep than normal, so we're just powering through with this one, guys. So I'm going to take time. I'm going to go to the HRRR model, show you guys what we're expecting for today at the very least. Let me just switch this over here. All right, this is the most recent run. I only have it here on the Midwest because Southern Plains, there isn't going to be anything. See some storms form, kind of popcorn up about 3, 4 o'clock. And any of these storms here could have, hail close to golf ball size. And the strongest updrafts, probably closer to quarters in most of them. And it gets real messy, moves up into Wisconsin, and then by this evening, things wind down going into tonight. So again, nothing crazy today. It's amazing just what a few hours can do in the springtime to make it go from a really good risk to a complete garbage risk. So again, we're just the mess. Don't kill the messenger here, guys. All right. So after hail season, can you live feed funerals? It will be just as fun. That's funny. All right. Larry Andrews asked, when is OKC looking good for hail? The answer question for Indiana, probably not until at least next week. I think the system moving through midweek next week might have a better chance in the Midwest here than in the Southern Plains. After hail season, when is Oklahoma City looking good for hail? We're going to have to fast forward probably towards the end of next week. It's going to be pretty quiet for a good chunk of a few days. I think the next really widespread, large-scale event might be 2 weeks down the pipeline a little bit. So big no, my brain just like completely big gaps between storms. Sorry, again, really we're running on some very low amounts of sleep here, guys, so I apologize. Okay, and while I'm hearing the Peanuts teacher thing. So yeah, that's what we're looking at for the next few days, guys. Again, I'm sorry that my mic was not turned on. I probably should have had the comments on the screen. It kind of helps me see when stuff like that happens. It reminds me to do that. But anyway, with that, I'm going to kind of wrap stuff up here. Going to make sure you follow us on Facebook for any updates that we have. Hit see first, pop top of your news feed, even if you miss our push notifications. And give us a call, 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com. And, of course, we'll go on hailtrace.com for any details about our products, what we have to offer. Any questions you have about weather or just for us in general, you can go on hailtrace.com, click on the intercom icon, lower right-hand corner of your screen, and it'll send out an instant message to everyone on staff, and we'll answer it as quickly as we can. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, guys. I'm sorry to have been the bearer of bad news, but that's the weather. Things change quickly. I think in this area, you know how that goes. Okay. So, all right, guys. Again, sorry, bearer of bad news on that one. It's a lot of anger in there, but that is the weather for you. So, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, and we'll look ahead into next week and hopefully see some better horizons for going into your next week. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll talk to you again tomorrow at noon.